Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon.
Mr.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I am fine. What we have seen in our previous discussion, do you remember? What we have seen?
Pressure.
No one?
About pressure.
Yes, what you have seen in our
About
previous
liquid.
discussion?
About liquid pressure.
Yes. No one who can remember, who can memorize what we have seen in our previous time?
Liquid pressure.
About liquid
Liquid
pressure.
pressure.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
We saw
Okay.
about
Under pressure, we have seen liquid pressure. Okay. Liquid pressure depend on what? Depend on the density and the depth of the liquid. Okay. That means as the density of the liquid increase, the pressure of the liquid increase, and as the depth of the liquid increase.
ሰላሳ ይቆራረጣል።
ኮኔክሽኑ በጣም እንትን ኮኔክሽናቸው ነው ከነሱ
Okay. There is somewhat connection problem. Let us continue our today's discussion. Our today's discussion is about Pascal's principle. Okay, Pascal's principle. What do you know before we are going to see Pascal's principle? How hydraulic press and hydraulic press do or when? What do you have some concept about hydraulic press? Do you have some concept about hydraulic press? Yes. No. For example, under Pascal's principle states that a pressure applied on an enclosed field is transmitted and diminished to every portion of field. Okay. Okay. This means, for example, instead of field, fluid. Okay. Fluid, and if an external pressure is applied on a confined fluid. Do you know, by the way, what is fluid means? Fluid. What is fluid? Fluid is what? Fluid is, yes. What is fluid? Pascal's principle says that a pressure applied on an enclosed fluid is transmitted and diminished to every portion of, again, fluid. Okay, not field, fluid again. What is fluid? Fluid is
flow of
liquid or liquid, or you can say and gas. Liquid and the gas, which can flow. Okay, which can flow. We can say fluid is a liquid or gas. That means generally fluid is which can flow. Okay, which can flow. If you apply a pressure on a fluid which is enclosed, it's transmitted and diminished to every portion of the fluid. Okay, it's reach on the portion of the fluid at every portion of the fluid. Therefore, Pascal's principle state about this one. Okay, and if an external pressure is applied in a confined fluid, the pressure will be transmitted to every portion or points of the fluid. For example, hydraulic press and hydraulic press and the hydraulic brakes
Mr. Isama.
are application of Pascal. If you, Aisama, Aisama,
Only
Isama.
Aisama,
Isama.
hydraulic press and the hydraulic brakes are application of Pascal's principle. That means they are used to produce a large force from a small force. For example, when like lorry and the others hydraulic press, when you input a small force, it produces for you a large force. It produces for you a large force. Therefore, under this principle, the application of giving small force and that small force produce for you large amount of force, okay, large amount of force. Therefore, under Pascal's principle, you must know what it states and the application of Pascal's principle, okay, the application of Pascal's principle. Therefore, for example, pressure 1 is equal to pressure 2. We will see as a down, pressure 1 is equal to pressure 2. When, for example, pressure 1 is the pressure produced by the small force and the pressure 2 is the pressure produced by large force or produced from a small force. That means force 1 over area 1 is equal to force 2 over area 2, okay, over area 2, over area 2. Therefore, the pressure exerted in the small piston exerted or the pressure in the larger piston. That means area 1 is equal to area 2. That means force 1 over area 1 is equal to force 2 over area 2. Okay. Force 1 over area 2. Therefore, you must know this one. You must know this application. For example, you take this one is small,
بسالي تقرأت أنا.
a small area. For example, if you take this one is force 1, force 1, force 1, and this one is area 1 or small area. And on this one, you do have or you will get the force produced from force 1 and the area 2. Therefore, if the ratio of or pressure 1 is equal to pressure 2 from force 1 or small force 2 is produced, okay, force 2 or large force is produced from force 1, okay, from force 1. Therefore, the ratio of this one is filled by fluid, this one is filled by fluid, or it do have fluids like liquid, okay, like liquid. So this application is by the concept of what? By the concept of hydraulic press, by the hydraulic press. Therefore, pressure 1 is equal to pressure 2. That means force 1 over area 1 is equal to force 2 over area 2. Area 2. The production or the product of crisscross production equal each other. For example, force 1 times area 2 is equal to force 2 times area 1. From this one, you can find for force 1. For example, force 1 is equal to force 2 times area 1 over area 2. Okay, area 2. What about area 2? What about area 2 from this formula? What about area 2? What about area 2? What's the
area 2
formula of
is
area
equal
2?
to force 2 times A2 over force 1.
Area 2 is equal to, tell me.
Force 2 over force 1 times area 1.
Area 2 is
Force 2 area
Force 2
1
times
force
area 2 over force 1.
over force 1 times area. Good. What about from the above equation, force 2? Force 2 is equal to, force 2 is equal to, force 2 is
Force-
equal to,
Force 1 times area 2 over area 1.
yes. Force equal to, force 2 is equal to area 2 over area 1 times force 1, okay? Force 1.
Force 1.
This one is the concerned with Pascal's principle, okay? Pascal's principle, Pascal's principle. Therefore, this is the production of large force from a small force. For example, when you give a small force or when you apply a small force on this area or small area or piston one, it gives for you or this force is, this pressure is transmitted to area on area 20, produce force, large force, okay? Large force. So this one is applicable in what? In hydraulic press and hydraulic press brakes, okay? Hydraulic brakes. Therefore, this one is applied by the concept of what? By the concept of Pascal's principle, okay? Pascal's principle. Pascal's principle. So you must know or you must understand what Pascal's principle states that. And the equation or the formula concerned with Pascal's principle, okay? Pascal's principle. So depending on this one, we can calculate problems related to this equation or this subtopic. Have you understand? For example, you can find for area 1 again. You can find for area 1 again. Area 1 is equal to what? Area 1 is equal to, for example, area 1 is equal to
Force 1 times area 2 over force 2.
Area 1 is equal to
Over force 2.
over force 2. Excellent. Excellent. So you can find for such type of equation, okay? You can find for all of them, okay? You can find for all of them. Have you understand what you have said? Hmm?
Yes.
This concept is clear for you? This concept is clear for you? Pascal's principle states that a pressure applied on an enclosed fluid is transmitted and diminished to every portion of the fluid, okay? Fluid means, for example, liquid or gas, which can be flow, So this is what we call fluid. And if an external pressure is applied on a confined fluid, the pressure will be transmitted to every point of the fluid, okay? Every point of the fluid. For example, if you fill a balloon by fluid like gas or liquid and you apply a pressure on it, that pressure or the external pressure confined all of the points of the fluid, okay? All of the points of the fluid. Have you understand? Have you understand this equation and these points?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you understood it?
Yes.
See, the example depend on this one. In hydraulic press, the small piston has an area of 4 meters square and the larger piston has an area of 8 meters square. If 10 Newton force is applied to the smaller piston, what load can be lifted by the larger piston, okay? By the larger piston. This question is clear for you. It is visible. It is visible. It is visible. Let us do this one together and I will give for you the second question. What is given for you under this question? What's given for you?
Area 1.
What is given?
4 centimeters
4
square.
In hydraulic
meters
press,
square.
the small piston has an area of what? 4 meters square. That means area 1, okay? Area 1 is equal to
4 centimeters.
4
4
centimeters.
meters square. And what about area 2?
8
That is
centimeters
equal
square.
to 8 centimeters square.
اسمع.
له استمعت.
عصري انت يعني.
Force 2 is 20.
Okay. Again, there is some connection problem, please. Or whatever, let us try this question. Again, if 10 Newton force is applied on the smaller piston, again, what is 10 Newton force? What is 10 Newton force?
Force 1.
Force 1.
يسمى لا؟
Force 1.
يسمى؟
يسمى
سمر.
Okay. What is 10 Newton force?
Force
Force
1.
1.
Yes?
Force 1.
Force 1.
ايش 10 Newton force is force 1, okay, because it is applied on a small piston. Therefore, let us say force 1 is equal to 10 Newton. We do have some required. What we are going to calculate? Required is force 2 or what? Or pressure? Yeah?
Force 2.
Pressure or force?
Force
What
2.
load can be lifted? Load.
Force 2.
That means force 2, okay? Force 2. Required is force 2. And let us see solution. Solution. Force 2 is equal to force 2 is equal to
Area 2 over area 1.
yes. Force 2 is equal
Area
to
2 over area 1 times
what is the
1.
formula of force 2?
Area 2 times
The
force
formula of
1
force
over
2.
area 1.
Force 2 is equal to
Area 2 times force 1 over area 1.
area 1 over area 2. This one is 1 times force 1.
Times
Okay.
force 1.
Times
1
4.
over area 1.
Therefore, your area 1 is equal to 4 centimeter square over
8 centimeters
8 centimeter square times how many?
10
10
Newton.
Newton.
Times how many?
10.
10 Newton.
Newton.
10 Newton.
10 Newton, okay? 10 Newton. Therefore, centimeter square
80.
cancelled by centimeter square.
20.
How many?
1
20.
over 2.
20. 20. Are you sure? By 8
5.
or by 2, this one, by 2, 2, or by
5
4,
Newton.
1, by 4, 2, 5. 5 Newton, yeah, not
5
20,
Newton.
okay? 5 Newton. Not 5 Newton. Therefore, from
15
10 Newton force, this force is produced, or this hydraulic press is produced by 50 Newton. It multiply for us by 5 times, okay? By 5 times. By 5 times. Have you seen?
Mr. It's 5 Newton.
Huh? Have you seen? Okay, let us try question number 2. Question number 2. The pressure exerted at the small piston of the hydraulic press of an area 0.5 120 Pascal. If the area of the largest piston is 2 meter square, what is the force exerted on the larger piston? Huh? What is the force applied on the larger piston? Try this question in 3 minutes. Okay, try. Try this question in 3. The question is visible for you?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Mr.
3 Newton.
Mister, what up? ዛሬ ምንድን ነው ቀኑ?
Connection problem ነው።
መጥፎ ቀን ነው ዛሬ።
ወደ ስንብቅ
ለምን
እና ሚስተር ያባረረ ነው ኢንተርኔቱ።
መጥፎ ቀን ያልከው የደረሰ ነው። እባክህ ያልቅ
ምን
የደረሰ ነው ያልቅ ነው።
15 ደቂቃ ነው የቀረው።
ይሁን እሱን እንጠብቀው።
ደቂቃ ብለህ
እንዝናናለን።
13 ደቂቃ ሁላችሁ ቪዲዮ በቃ ቆመስተካከል
አለ ሚስተር
Okay.
ኧረ በስመ አብ ኢንተርኔት ኮኔክሽን አለ
ኢንተርኔት ኮኔክሽን በጣም
ድምፅ እንዴት ነው?
ማ በጣም ስለሆነ ማን ነው?
ማነው ዳንስ ሞንኪ ክፍል
አከና ነሚያማ እንዴ
እኔ አይደለሁ ቦርስ
ሩቦክ አራረከን
እኔ እንጂ ርዕሶች
እናንተ
ሰኮስት
አውቃለሁ እንዴ
አታውቅም
ኧረ በእናትህ ሚስትህ ገባ
ምን አልክ?
የለም እንትን አይደለም ነሚያ በእናትህ ረፍ እስኪ አሁን ደግሞ ናት
አንተ ግን ቅድም ጀምሮ
ኧረ እኔ አይደለሁም
እሺ እሺ ይቅርታ አንተ መል
ሊወጣላችሁ በጣም ሲቀሩ ነው ሚስተር
ምስተካከል
Okay, let us summarize this question only. Okay, the rest we will continue next. What is given for you? For example, P1 or pressure 1 is given for you 120 Pascal. Okay, this one is I think not essential, but it is given for you 0.5 meter square. And area 2 is given for you. The area of
2 meter square
2 meter square. Okay. Now the required one is what? Force 2. Okay. Force 2. Force 2. How many? To do this one, for example, area 1 over area force 1 over area 1 is equal to force 2 over area 2. But in case of this one, it is given for you by pressure 1. Therefore, 120 Pascal is equal to force 2 over area 2. Okay, have you seen? Then multiply crisscross. Or instead of area 2, you do have 2 meter square. Therefore, force 2 is equal to 120 Pascal times how many?
2 meter square
2 meter,
2 meter square
over
uh,
0.5
over 2 meter
meters.
square
no, where is over 2? No, there is no over 2 meter square. Multiply by 2 meter square. Okay, because of what? Look, pressure 1 is equal to force 2 over area 2. Okay, because pressure 1 is given for you. From this one, force 2 is equal to pressure 1 times area 2, okay? Area 2. Have you understood?
Yes.
Huh? Therefore, look, multiply 120 times 2. How many? 0, 4, 240. 240 Pascal means
Newton
what? Newton per
Meter per
meter square.
meter square.
meter square. Excellent. Times meter square. Meter square cancelled by meter square.
140
Force
meter.
is equal to
140 meter.
240
Newton.
Newton. Okay. Yeah. If pressure was given for you, you can find. If pressure is given, you can find force 1 and okay. The question given for you, fine. For there is continue 2 question which is left for us in our next spread. I think enough for today because of the time's up. Okay, because of the time's up, enough for today.
Okay.
Okay.